Hello, everybody, and welcome out to the Dice Tower. My name's Chris Yee.
I'm Joey Evans.
And I'm Alex Evans.
Today we're taking a look at crowdfunding projects here on Crowdsurfing. I'm saying that all correct.
That was really difficult to get out. that was a journey.
We've got stuff on Kickstarter. We've got stuff on GameFound.
Yeah.
And we are also highlighting a project from BackerKit.
Yep.
So we'll make sure to get to that here in just a second. But first, I'd like to call out a couple of our Kickstarter backers.
You're about to be called out.
You're about to get called out. From Around the Stump Games, Samuel Barmettler. Samuel Barmettler.
Nice.
From Around the Stump Games, I could say that part easier. Cameron Yossi.
Okay.
Thank you so much for backing us and supporting us. Bardia. That's it. A monomer, like Beyonce
Oh.
or Marilyn Monroe. Just one name, no last name.
Madonna.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah. I got there. We got there.
William Landon Young. Thank you so much. Jose Antonius Cube Romero. You're a legend. And Daniel Westermark. We'd like to thank all of y'all for supporting us here.
Thank you. Thank
on
you.
the Dice Tower.
Awesome.
So, as I mentioned,
Oh, is your mic off?
Mine?
No, Chris.
mine.
Wait, we're gonna check for the mic to be on or off.
Mine appears to be on.
Okay.
All right, here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
We want to make sure that's
All right.
correct here before we continue too far.
It's low volume. We can adjust the volume, I guess, if we need to. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
No one said anything else.
Okay. So hopefully we're good.
Mics are
We're
working.
working. Nice.
Okay. Good. Thank you.
All right. And we're back.
All right, that's great news. So, this show is sponsored by BackerKit. So we're going to be highlighting one of the projects here. And we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. This one is called Teatime Adventures. So this is the second project that is being done by Snowbright Studio. So this is kind of a cozy-looking role-playing game that you can enjoy on the Isles of Verdant. And you can see that. I mean, it has a whole like tea time book kind of look to it.
Yeah.
One of the things that they're doing on this project that they wanted to kind of highlight is that backers are actually able to vote on what and give feedback on what they want the next stretch goals to be.
Okay.
And so I think that's really neat. This has that beautiful. It's almost like a recipe book
Yeah.
kind of look.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it literally has a recipe for strawberry shortcake right
Yeah. There you go.
And a picture of it.
Yeah.
And then with the, it has a little expansion here, the World of Tea Pets. And I think I read something about that enabling you to be able to actually kind of go through this adventure on your own, like solo it a little bit as well.
Nice.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah.
It is cute, yeah. Oh, look at that pupper.
Yeah.
I like the artwork.
Yeah. That looks really great, doesn't it?
Yeah, a very cozy, relaxing world. It makes me actually want to own China, unlike anything else in life.
Yeah. What's to make me use it too?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to go that far.
You're gonna be the guy that sits it on the shelf and never touches it, aren't you?
Oh, that's me.
Okay.
That's not me.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes, we would like to thank BackerKit for sponsoring this show,
Absolutely.
allowing you to be able to see lots of cool projects and stuff like this. And so with that, let's go ahead and get started with the rest of the projects that we have for this week.
Okay.
All right.
Generally speaking,
Yes.
Generally.
we cover projects.
Okay.
There's a kid in my high school named Robert Lee.
Yeah.
He was like a very short Chinese kid, and so it's just very unfortunate Robert Lee, like the wrong Lee, background. So anyway, so point being, so we cover projects that are going to end within about the next 8 days.
Yeah.
Right.
So a lot of times people ask like, hey, why aren't you covering this really exciting project or this really terrible one? And we say, well,
It's not ending.
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah.
There you
Hold
go.
your horses.
But we have some good ones this week, by
Yeah.
the way.
We do. Are you excited about this,
I'm
Alex?
super excited
Now,
about this.
You
yes.
guys have your pick of the week already.
I'm pretty locked down, but I don't know. What about you?
I have two that I'm going towards.
That's
Yeah.
how I am
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
I definitely feel that way.
There's two. Yeah.
All right.
Here we go.
Here we go. Our
do
first
this.
project today, Chants, the disc golf board game. So I was looking through this one,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and I like the idea of the theming, right?
I like the name, by the way. That sounds That's the coolest thing about disc golf. Okay, sorry. Okay, there's a lot of cool. Man, I've been really slamming disc golf lately.
Yeah.
It's like every time on this. No, it's one of the coolest things. Just throwing that chain net thing, right? But go ahead.
Get that satisfying like,
Ka-ching.
clinking.
Yeah.
Have you ever disc golfed?
I have never done it. No, I've seen it in like movies, which is how I know it is a thing. But other than that, I would know nothing about it, unfortunately.
Okay, Joey, you seem like not a disc golfer.
I have disc golf. I like disc golf.
Yeah.
I'm very, very bad at it, but I do find it enjoyable.
Okay. When I see this as a board game, I really like the idea of like someone who is clearly passionate about the theme making it. A little concerned by the look of it, but I'm not sure if this is finalized yet, right?
It's disc golf, the war game, is what it looks like from all those hexes. I will say about sports games, I don't know how well they translate to board games, even video games, you know? Because I love basketball, but every time a basketball game is out, I don't know. Now, basketball, what is it, basketball? What's the one by All Play, I think, right?
Basket boss.
Basketball, I was so close.
Basketball.
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, this looks interesting.
Yeah.
And it's not a dexterity game.
No. Yes.
I agree. I was like, okay, which way is this going?
Yeah, at first I was like, oh no, and then I was like, oh, okay.
So it sounds like you kind of organize with your path token here what you're aiming to do.
Yes.
And then you have a little randomizer element like a die roll or something, and you kind of see and the wind. You can see if it kind of veers off. It can ricochet off of obstacles. There's a really useful chart up here that explains large rocks are impenetrable. So Mike, stop trying to hit that rock.
There you go.
Yeah, don't do it.
Yeah.
That's what you call a callback.
I do hit a lot of obstacles in my disc golf. That's kind of the way I play.
In real life?
That's how I roll. Yes.
And so I'll say, even though I don't love the look of the maps and everything, this looks really cool here. Like the player power and the piece of art that they have.
Yeah.
The fact that there's a bomber in there is like, that's just great.
Those don't fly low like that over your neighborhood parks.
I know. I don't know where he lives, but I would move. And I would not finish my game.
That's true. Yeah, priorities here. Get to the shelter. Oh, but I'm about to hit a birdie. Don't care.
Yeah. Run.
Get in the bunker.
Yeah, I don't know.
So, watching the video, the person here who made this has a lot of passion for the topic.
Yes.
Took it to disc golfing things. I think that he's like, and a lot of disc golfing professionals and enthusiasts signed off on this when we're like, this is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that gives me hope, even if it's not. I would try this if it came through.
I would too.
Yeah, me too. I would try it.
Very cool. All right, moving along. Tycoon, India, 1981, the board game.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
This one. First of all, looking at how this plays, it's a silly thing. I like that reveal mechanic they do in this, where you all put your fist in the middle and you turn it over and you see if you're holding the cube or not.
Oh, sorry.
And that I do like. They do that like on step 2 or something.
Yeah.
This looks very interesting.
The blind bid where they.
Yes, you're like, okay, here we go. It looks like it's really well thought out and well designed.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I can't seem to quite find that, but like this page, the layout of it, you know, they obviously put a lot of work into getting.
Right there, there you go. Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
I don't have anything. I just.
Surprise.
Yeah, there's a couple fake out people in this.
Yep. That's,
So, all right. This game, when I look at it, I definitely think the graphic designer, the illustrator on this, saw Brass, like saw the recent Brass
Yes.
games
Yes.
and stuff, and was like,
Okay.
if I'm going to kind of take a style, that's a good one.
Yeah.
It looks great. Like, I really like the illustration and the look of everything on it.
Yeah, and I like how it looks on that table too.
it looks, I will tell you my big hang up, the 90 to 180 minute gameplay.
Yeah.
That's it. First of all, that's a span right there. It's kind of like saying it could be this or it could be double. I don't know. It's like it could go either way. So that is a hang up for me whether it's hit the table, but it looks really nice.
It does, it looks
and it's a
good.
different style of theme than I've seen before.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this is, so the designer on this has done a couple of other games that have I think Chai Garam is one that they were showing off at Essenspiel last year. So a lot of games are being designed, India has a growing, burgeoning board game industry over there. They're printing them in India, they're designing them there. And so I'm really excited that this is getting a little bit more like broader look and support. Oh yeah, super nice poker chips, not like glass, right?
Yeah.
Once again, if you're gonna copy like the approach of a certain game, why not like the number one game on Board Game Geek, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the design looks really
It
clean.
does. It just. Yeah, you're right. It looks
It's-
just really clean.
Yeah.
Right. It has a few different forms of auctions.
This one surprised me. It looks really good.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
got that blind bid auction, right, where you reveal it from your hands.
Yep.
They were saying that at part of it, the next part, you're trying to bid for like the different industries and stuff, and so you do a twice around auction. There's a lot of games that do a once around auction. I
Right.
bid 7, 8, 12, and like that's it, right? Or
Yeah.
well, you wouldn't do 12
Yeah.
after 8, but
Yeah.
you do it twice around. It keeps the game moving quick and everything, but it's still like very
Yeah.
economic, very thinky.
I
So-
agree. Yeah,
Yeah.
looks really. That looks good.
Okay, very cool. Next project here, Ivion, Crossroads. This is the third Ivion Kickstarter
Yes.
that they've done. Have either of you played this game?
I've not
I have
played this.
not-
Have you
apparently,
played
someone
it?
in the office has. I saw a quote underneath random BGG person, by the way. First quote I really love.
Yeah.
First quote is just a
So-
random BGG. It's like Badge of the Gathering, but so much better. It's like, wow. Yeah, right. This right here. Avion has magic crammed into a single box. Also, it's better than magic. 10 out of 10. It's like BGG review. And then underneath, less important than this, is another quote
Da, 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 da.
by Tom. So apparently he has played this and likes it.
Yes.
Yeah, Tom's played the previous seasons. I've not played any of them either.
No, yeah.
Not my style of game, right? Like the head-to-head kind of combative dueling card games, right?
Yeah.
Correct. I agree. That was the thing about this one. It was the head-to-head combat that I was like, oh, you know.
Yeah, the dueling thing doesn't bother me as much as I'm not huge into deck creation. Like as far as like I have all the Marvel Champion stuff, but I will play with their pre-built decks rather than take the time and create a deck.
Yeah.
And some people like love that, like it's kind of the game before the game. But yeah, so anyway, it looks interesting.
Yeah.
I think that's the thing, is it looks really good at what it does.
Correct. Yes.
It doesn't seem like my style of game, but like clearly they're on their third Kickstarter, so they're doing well. I like some of these upgrades and stuff they have on
Yeah.
here, add-ons, acrylic tokens and stuff. Because a lot of these card games, you have to track special effects on players and
Yes.
whatnot.
Yeah.
You know, and a lot of games are like, find some
Yeah.
stuff. You're a nerd. You probably have stuff lying around, right? Put dice on there. Put tokens on there. But I mean, it looks like really good production and everything. on
Yeah,
this, too.
it does look really good.
Yeah, the minis look nice and it's interesting. I would definitely try it. You put it in front of me.
Yeah, me too.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right. Next one up here, Scope, Panzer, and Trilogy. I'm confused by the naming of it. What did y'all think of this one?
Oh, what did you think of this one?
Well, let's keep. Yeah.
Okay, so for me, this one, I like Scope Stalingrad. I think that's below it. Have you
Okay.
played that, any of you?
I've not played any of these. So
you
when.
played this?
Oh, I have. And
Oh,
that's,
no, I hadn't played any
that
of these.
got me really excited. I don't want to oversell, but the fact is, first of all, Scope Stalingrad is one you've got, each side has snipers and you have cards sitting in front of each other, right?
Yes.
And you're going to try to find the other person's sniper. And it reminds you of those shows where like you see all the field and the sniper pops up. You're like, wow, didn't even see him. How cool is that? So you're trying to find their sniper in their cards so you can shoot a certain card. But then once you do, you put like a bang down so they hear where it came from. So they know your sniper is in these 4 cards.
Oh, okay.
And then later you can move the cards and you try to move the snipers and their decoys. It's a really fun game. I mean, you hate to say like near the whole Blitzkrieg, the things like that, but
Okay.
I do put it in there as far as a quick type of game. And Panzer looks to be a little bit similar. Hopefully there's enough to make it stand out. But Scope Stalingrad, I really did like a lot.
Yeah.
Looking at these, it seemed like Panzer was like the easiest of the 3 to manage, right? Because when you fire with the tank, you straight up reveal that tank.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So unlike the sniper one you're describing where you say, hey, it's in this quadrant, basically,
Okay.
you straight up reveal it. and then you can move, and the way that you move them is you take the 4 cards around it, shuffle them up, and it might be somewhere in there, right? But then it's hidden again. Stalingrad looked like it was a little bit more to it, and then the U-boat one.
I had not heard of that one until this. Well, I hadn't played it,
Yeah.
so.
Okay, it looked more complicated.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a harder time following that one. So I think that the Panzer one, like that one being like the easiest of the 3,
Yeah.
like, I might try that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to try these, and Stalingrad, you said is a good one too. That would be a good one to try too before looking at something
Yeah.
like
And
this.
to their defense, snipers are easier to hide than panzers.
I disagree.
If you're like, oh, there's the tank, I didn't see it. There's issues. But that's so that I'm interested in this. I'm also interested in the trilogy because I didn't know, like I said, the U-boat existed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
No, it looks simple. I mean, and I like that. I like the idea of it. It doesn't look like aesthetically amazing, but
No.
it looks like it gets the job done.
Yeah.
right, yeah, I agree.
All right. Speaking of
Yes.
looking like I'm getting the job done,
Here it is.
training it.
Here we are.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Railway of the Lost Atlas it's like a customizable 18XX.
Yeah.
That's what I can kind of get from this, right?
Yeah.
Speechless. Wow, y'all.
Yeah, no, I've never played an 18XX. I have to admit that.
Okay.
So I saw this and I was like, oh, would this be where I'd want to jump into? My first thing. And I was like, maybe I need to, when I go to Gen Con next time, try and demo some games first.
Well, looking at this, the micro game is 1 to 2 hours.
There we go.
That was.
Yes. And maybe that is why I don't demo them at Gen Con.
Yeah. The micro game.
Yes.
Micro game. So
Yeah.
this is their Mintworks.
Yeah.
This is.
That being said, right, the idea of like you've never played one before.
Mm-hmm.
People always say like, okay, well, this is a good 18XX game.
Yeah.
This is a good starter one, right? It only takes 3 hours.
Yes,
You have to have a
yes.
minimum of 7 people in order to actually make it good and all that stuff. And it looks like they're trying to get around that.
Yeah.
Right. And so this map here, you can customize the different size, different.
Yeah.
So that micro game there, like that's one I would try. That's one that I don't feel like I have to invest 4 hours to just like
Correct.
get a taste of it.
And that's a good point. I will say 18XX, they're the ones that make the really nice poker chips, right? Like the Ironclays, a lot of those 18XX people use their really nice poker
Yeah.
chips.
Right. Yeah. Every other component is trash.
Poker chips.
And they carry around like a whole briefcase of poker chips.
You're joking,
Yes.
but it appears that way sometimes. Like, those are really nice.
I'm not joking.
Because it's like, okay, they know they're poker chips.
Yeah.
Oh, see here it's in quotes. Micro
Micro.
games.
Oh, I didn't see the air quotes before.
Yeah,
that
that's
makes sense.
important.
Yeah, okay.
And joking, but joking aside, I do really like this idea, right? That this is kind of a growable system,
Right.
And I don't know, make your own maps. Like there's something always enticing
Yeah.
about that modularity, kind of making your own stuff. The rest
is-
of this part, I haven't figured out what this is.
Yeah. I was going to say the make your own maps is nice because it gives you a bit more control too of what you want to do. That's always nice.
Yeah. I don't think this will be anyone's pick of the week. Just
No,
guessing here.
But again, this would be a good way to start into 18XX and see if you do like it.
Yep.
Right.
I agree.
All right. Potions of Azerland.
Azerland.
Look how big. They're like the name of the game is right here, and almost as big. Art by Andrew Bosley.
I
Yeah.
know. Yeah.
Yes.
Are you a big fan of Andrew Bosley?
I like his work in Everdale.
Okay.
And the new one he just did, Flocked.
Flo-
that one's
Flocked
really
Together?
good. Flocked Together. I really
Yep.
like that too.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But his name is. I mean, they also on that page were like Andrew Bosley.
Yes. Yeah.
Remember him?
I don't think he sleeps, by the way.
No, he's been busy.
Yeah.
No,
And-
he's super busy. Yeah.
Yeah.
oh, but wait. We got a quote right there. My. It's John DeClaire. That's why I was like, well, look at that.
So I have to say, I
Yes.
do like when Kickstarter pages take a well-known designer, one that I tend to like a lot, and they get a quote from them. Like that shows that they put some effort and that they're they're pulling from
Yeah.
people that aren't just, I mean, for lack of a better phrase, like us, right? Like,
Right.
We look at games all the time.
None taken.
Right.
But
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice to see. You're like, oh, cool. I like his games. That gives me some idea. Like, maybe this is a good reference point here. They were showing this one off at Dice Tower West. and I got like a very brief little demo of it.
Nice.
And the brief demo that I got, I'm very intrigued in this one because it has a very
Yes.
cool action selection kind of mechanism, right? Refresh the market. Everyone has these same priority tiles here, and so they're kind of wagering. Hey, on this action, I'm going to put a 2. On this action, a 4. On this one, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to get some coins. And then everyone kind of reveals it together,
Yep.
and you carry out those actions at those relative strength. You are making potions, but you can also drink your own potions. You're never supposed to use your own product.
no.
Number one rule of
Yeah.
peddling, right?
Correct.
But yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a pretty clean design. Exciting when you get like first initiative in an action, and you're like, "Woof! I'm really glad I put that 4 in there because someone else, did the 3, and I just edged them out." Do you tend to like that type of stuff in games, like the secret bidding?
I like like that secret bidding drafting kind of thing for actions. I like that.
I do too. And I also like the whole fulfilling orders for some reason.
Yes.
It gives me that Diner Dash type of feeling. It's like, oh, I got to make a potion. You're waiting for me? Okay, hold on. Here we go.
The video
That's my
that
wizard voice, by the way. Go ahead.
That's your wizard voice.
the video that you just showed of them doing all the little actions was really cool. That's what I was like, oh, I like this. Like,
Yeah.
that was fun.
And the card sliding into that little area too.
Yeah, this is a well-made page, right?
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, I got the opportunity to talk with Andrew Bosley at some of the recent conventions. This booth brought him out to Dice Tower West. He came out to Dice Tower East for that Flock Together game. So it's fun, like hearing him talk about. He's not just doing pretty illustrations, but he's making good graphical design things that help games be smooth and penetrable, understandable.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and of course the artwork is incredible.
I agree. I agree.
for sure.
I also like that it's not animals. Like,
Right.
nothing against it.
You mentioned it when we were looking at it in the office, and you're like, it's different. I'm like, I'm sure they're animals. And I'm like, huh. I just assumed there'd be animals. I'm like, there are no animals there.
There's
I'm
not
like,
one. No.
There's probably some hidden behind the things he draws. In his mind, he's like, there's an animal back there.
Oh, this is actually a skunk, and then he had to, from the basis of the skunk, be like,
Yeah.
how do I draw a person? Okay, okay, just like overlaid it, right?
Maybe there's
Yeah.
a bunny little tail hiding behind a bush or something like that.
All right, next up here, Panda Royale,
Yeah.
dice drafting game, 2 to 10 players.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dice drafting game, 2 to 10 players.
Yeah.
It looks very family weight.
Yeah, I was going to say this one looks like very fun for your family, because one of the things they say is that you draft all the 10 dice, but you're actually not doing that technically till the end. So, yeah, I think this would be a good, if you're trying to introduce that mechanic to people, want something different for your family, this game looks really good for that.
I agree. It doesn't.
Yeah.
It doesn't scream to me like I gotta play that. Like gamer Chris Yee has to go play that game.
Right.
And I don't love the look of it, but I think it is nailing that like cutesy, approachable look.
Yeah,
Right. And dripping with theme.
yeah.
But no, no, I think it is interesting. First of all, I'm a sucker for dice. There's like 100,
Yes.
over 100 die in there. It's like, it's
106, right?
106.
I know.
It
That's
looks
a lot.
interesting. It looks like a very fun, light game. So I think for families, and it is really tilted towards families. Like there's a die, I think the white one down there is the rogue die where you can start stealing from people. And they pretty much say, you're playing with kids, don't do that.
Yeah.
Sure.
And like the pink one where if you're really far behind, they give you the pink one so you can try and catch up. Yeah.
How about that as a catch-up mechanic? Like-
Yeah, just straight up like you have
Yeah.
more dice.
And
Yeah.
what do they call it? The pity die or something? Yeah, it's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Yes, you draft the dice and then you roll your hand of dice. So it's not like it's like that mix of each die behaves a little bit differently.
Right.
Some of the smaller dice you can double them, and the white one lets you, the clear one lets you steal from people, and they score in different ways. But you are just kind of taking dice and then being like, all right, let's see what I roll, and maybe I'll roll well or not. So
Yeah.
yeah, cute, approachable.
Yeah.
The Panda Royale is a very underrated James Bond film. Well, Mike,
That would be a good.
I would watch
yes.
Panda Royale.
Oh my gosh,
They all wear suits.
Jack Black as James Bond.
Oh, make it happen.
Yes.
Get that martini out of my face!
I was thinking more School of Rock, Jack Black.
Blood and Crowns, miniature war game for skirmishes set in the period of the 100 Years' War in Europe. When I think of the medieval times, I think of a war lasting 100 years. I think
Yes.
that must be terrible.
Yeah.
We're so spoiled and soft these days.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't know a
That's-
war could last 100 years.
No. And this, okay, so this company also made Oak and Iron, which is that pirate game, the head-to-head, that is like X-Wing and pirate ships.
Okay.
You know, but that also, what differentiates it is it uses the wind, so it's really cool. Like X-Wing doesn't really, the wind doesn't bother you that much in the X-Wing game.
Strangely.
I don't know if you've played that or not, but this one does. So that made me think, okay, I'm interested in it, but the minis look great.
Oh,
looking
yeah, for
through it.
sure.
The minis look, they look amazing, right? This particular Kickstarter, I think, is for the rules system, right? Like the books
Oh,
and stuff.
yes.
So
Ooh, there's a PDF tier.
I don't know if there is a pledge like specifically for the miniatures. A lot of these are, if I'm not mistaken, right, and we get called out a lot for not knowing what we're talking about with miniature skirmish games because
Right.
I just don't play many of them.
Yeah.
I'm guessing this is like a bring your own miniature set. You probably are a collector and
have them.
have them, paint them, sculpt them, base them, like all those types of things.
BYOM. That's what we call those
BYOM,
parties.
yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite part of the Kickstarter page here for this is this one right here. Who can play Blood and Crowns? Anyone. You don't have to be a historian.
Yes. I did like that. I chuckled.
Yes. I'm like, oof, good.
Phew.
Someone with a PhD in medieval warfare is like, when will they make a game for me?
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right. Unreliable Wizard here.
Yeah.
First off, I'm a sucker for 8-bit,
Yep.
but is this like 0.5-bit?
I think this is like 4-bit,
I
right?
think this is zoomed in way too far. This is like when you zoom in really far and you're like, I gotta back out a little bit. It's, oh man.
Yes, Mike, we all know the 100 Years' War wasn't 100 years old. I've watched Tiny Toons as well.
I did not know that. Was it not 100 years?
No, I think it was like,
Yeah, how long was it?
was it 96? And it might have been like intermittent.
Hopefully someone will tell
Oh,
us.
so they rounded?
They rounded, yeah. There were a couple of
Okay.
years apiece, and they were like,
Ish.
no, we were still fighting.
Okay.
This game is very special. This is Mike's Pick of the Week.
Okay.
I was reading through this. Again, I like this style of game, 8-bit. Maybe it's 4-bit?
I mean, I'm not being silly. I think that this is 4, but this looks more like Atari
It does.
2600, right? Rather than Nintendo, rather than NES.
Yeah, it, yeah, it does. I like what I was saying. Balsy does 8-bit. This,
Surprise.
but this, the whole thing that gets me is it's not, the artwork or the design isn't really consistent through it. I don't know why. To me, it just doesn't. Got the hex in the middle and the 8. I don't know.
Okay. So this is a game that was published in Japan, right? And so
Okay.
it's a very minimal, kind of a minimalist. Mike can speak to this. He reviewed this on the channel, actually, right?
Yeah.
Because he got a copy of the original edition that was released. So this one's coming from Salt and Pepper Games, and they're doing the wider distribution on it, which is cool to me because I really like Salt and Pepper. I think
Yeah,
that they're a great company. They put out a lot of small games that I really like.
Absolutely.
So this kind of fits in their. I feel like this kind of fits in their line of what they do already.
Yeah.
They made Resist, that solo game. They have Witchcraft coming out at Spiel this year. So like a solo roguelite-ish board game. Am I speaking that correctly, Mike? Bam! Unreliable Wizard is outstanding, and it has really charmed me, surprised me. I'm going to give it a seal of excellence.
Was that your mic voice?
That was my mic voice.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
Okay.
How was it?
You did good.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're pretty good. You do a
Yeah.
pretty good mic.
That
Thank
was
you.
good.
Now listen to my Purple Moose impression. Thematically and mechanically, this game ties perfectly together.
Hey.
How was
Pretty
that?
good. That's
That
pretty
was
good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's my mic voice again.
Yeah. So anyway, I mean, this whole, I definitely play. I like the 8-bit. Now 8-bit lets me down a lot. I'll tell you that. Not the actual games of 8-bit, the board games of 8-bit. 8-bit video games never let me down.
Board games let you down. That's what
Board
you're saying.
games.
Yeah. So this
Yeah.
is as a solo
Solo.
adventure. I don't mind the idea that the art is so simplistic almost in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'm very intrigued by this one because of Mike's review because
Yeah.
Mike liked it so much.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
All right. So that's Unreliable Wizard. Next up, Feud, the Seer's Prophecy.
Oh.
Another kind of head-to-head style game. I don't know. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I was, once again, I think we were talking about something earlier with the 2-player, and it was a bit like battling. This kind of had that similar kind of vibe to it. I was a bit like, maybe. Like, it's one of those ones, if I see it and I come across it, I might give it a shot.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which you like the unmatched system.
I do like the unmatched system, so I'm not against that.
Right, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I don't know about this one because it looks like you have your units that you can deploy. It says it's like a little bit of a deck building style game, right?
Yeah.
Where you
Yeah.
recruit units and stuff over the course of the game. But you assign them either to the battlefield up front there or into your own area to like manage your resources and stuff.
Right.
So maybe that's something I would enjoy more than just straight up like, I play this card, it's a monster, it has 70 health, good luck destroying it. Oh, you played a card that says destroy every monster above 40 health. Like, okay. You know what I mean? Just that straight back and forth I don't tend to love.
Yeah, and that's what I wonder about when the 1v1, you get into that crowded field. You know, whether you've got from Unmatched to Summoner Wars to all of these in between, you know, so it's like, how are you going to stand out?
Yeah.
And this definitely does look different.
It does, and that's the thing. I like the mat, it looks like it had a lot going on.
It looks good set up on the table.
Woo! That insert there. That's quite the way to like
That is.
separate all of your cards.
There's a lot. I like that artwork best.
Uh-oh.
We lost it.
Oh,
Oh,
no.
no.
And we're back, and we're gone.
Oh, no.
And now.
Hey!
Yay.
How about that?
You're so close.
Now watch it. Now it's going to go away now.
Nah, bow.
Didn't do that
dare
part.
you.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh, do that. That's what Wendy needs to do for every library copy, by the way.
Yeah.
Needs to shake.
Shake,
yes,
shake.
yes. Wendy, take notes. That is what needs to happen
that's
every
what
time.
You're doing.
That's the way you check.
What?
Wow. This is, don't ever change this. Keep that on it the whole time.
This is my pick of the week. Just this animated,
Just
picture
this
in there.
insert
He is
right
enjoying
there.
that too. Oh.
Oh, that's.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
gone? It's
I'm
back.
Sorry.
Thanks.
Hey, got any grapes?
Okay, that was.
All right. Yeah. Very cool. I mean, like I said, not one I'm dying to play, but if it comes
Yeah,
out.
what is the price on this, by the way? This is mainly card heavy, right?
Card heavy, got the mats and everything, so $48, 45 euros.
And is it like a deluxe, or is it
Okay.
like for the base? Is there? Oh, I guess that is everything then, huh?
I guess that's it. Yeah.
Okay.
So the roll-up play mat
bad.
and everything. That's not bad. That's
It's
also
not
a
bad.
lot of, it says it's like almost 300 cards in there. So
Yeah, and have that organization. I will say, when I looked at that box, I was really thinking that was a tiny epic size. For some reason, right there, I thought it was zoomed in unless that's a really small man shaking it. Because
No. Yes.
I was like, okay, so that's probably a big box. All right.
Chants for the old ones. This one I'm just going to straight up let y'all talk about more
Okay.
than me, I think.
Are you a huge fan of it?
I'm not, I don't know. Like, I'm not gripped by the cover. I'm not gripped by the page. I think I need to reload the page.
The artwork on this, Alex, you
Yeah,
looked
I
through
was
it,
going to say,
right?
I looked at this one quite a lot because I was like, oh, I like how this looks. It got me. I was like, ooh, this looks fun.
I figured this one would be one that you two were more excited about than me.
Yeah, for sure. And once we were talking about deck building, you're like, yes.
Look at that elephant Cthulhu right there.
Yeah. Yeah, and they go down to show some of the artwork too. I think the figures are all the same kind of thing, so it's not like individuals, if I remember correctly. But there it is, right? But they looked great, you know? I thought, yeah.
And the artwork's really good. It has that kind of The Hunger meets Cthulhu type thing. You know, it's
Cartoon, but yet realistic. I did really like, and it did pique my interest a lot.
those are like yard gnomes meet Cthulhu.
I definitely thought.
Yes.
I'll be honest. I didn't realize they had the tentacled faces. I was like, why are there lawn gnomes in there?
I know, this one, the minis are great. But I looked up what this company has made, and they've done a lot of minis and cards, so the artwork and these sculpts are kind of their thing.
Okay.
But it did look like they brought somebody in to help with the gameplay. I don't know, though.
Yeah.
Okay.
It does look nice as far as artwork-wise. but that's it.
Yeah.
I think I don't know why. When I first saw it, I was like, oh, I bet this is gonna be a social deduction game, and it's not. It definitely looks like there's some area majority,
Yeah.
some area control of the board going on, and then deck building. So it sounds like there's some good stuff underneath it.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly why I look at it and I'm just like, yeah, maybe, right? But
Is it Cthulhu? Are you over Cthulhu?
I don't know, right? Like I haven't played Death May Die, but I'd like to give that one a try. But I don't know. I could be convinced, obviously. Like,
Right.
if you pull it
Yeah.
out, yeah, let's play it. But it's doing well, 156,000, and
Yeah.
almost 1,500 backers. So no, it's really good for them.
Yeah.
And the minis do look good too.
Yeah, this one I thought
agree.
looked really good. I really liked this one.
All right. Next up, we got a twofer Tuesday.
Two for Tuesday. Twofer.
Might have to reload some of these pages, pardon. So this one, the World of Midgard. So 2 new games, follow-ups to Champions and Reavers of Midgard.
Yes.
Yep.
I have not played, I believe, either of those first two.
No, we have Reavers in the house. We have not played it. That's one we have, I think, right?
I don't know.
Because Champions is definitely the more popular one.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I would like to play it. So, yeah.
This one, Clans of Midgard right here, seems like it has the whole area majority battle mechanic without the minis. Really, like just placing cubes out there, which kind of gives you all the feels of that big epic thing without saying, let me go grab those 3 boxes.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
You know?
And it's a roll right.
Wait, that was not a roll right, is it?
The first one is.
It is?
Yes.
It's a card draft.
Card
and
draft.
right.
Rolling right.
Yeah, so you have your pad right
Yep,
there. And you
there it is.
collect different runes and you write them in and then you
Yep.
you gather a bunch of different things of the same type. But then after you draft the cards also have other things on there that'll affect the central board and the placement. And,
Okay.
it's basic cubes in the retail and then like screen printed meeples if you get the upgrade or the deluxe one.
Yes.
Otherwise, they're cubes, right?
Yeah, otherwise they're just
we
cubes.
like cubes.
I'm fine with cubes. Some people like cubes. That I don't understand.
Yeah.
They're like,
That is true.
this would be better with just cubes. I'm like, usually not.
Right. Yeah.
I am a sucker for screen printed meeples, though.
Yes.
Some of those do look really nice.
They do, don't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like these ones.
Ooh,
Where
yeah,
they have
zoom
like
in.
the meeple shape printed on there.
They're kind of doing the whole. Are they leaning like the whole Michael Jackson type thing?
They're getting ready for battle,
No,
right?
that's probably just the angle I think that
Yeah.
you're sitting.
Oh, okay, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks, I don't know. And then there's Reavers, the card game,
Yep.
which I found funny that Reavers has not sold as much as Champions of Midgard.
Right.
So I thought that'd be funny that they made a card game based on Reavers, but it doesn't sound. I haven't played Reavers. I played Champions a few times.
Okay.
I don't think this sounds like Reavers.
Really?
Maybe someone in the chat could correct me.
Okay.
But like, this is like there's a bunch of spots out there on the board, and then you simultaneously reveal which spot you want to go to get those resources. But if multiple of us go to the same spot, then we have to negotiate
Okay.
until we both come out with something acceptable.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree. I like the artwork on this Reavers too. But
Okay. Oh yeah, so yeah, here's the comparison. Cloth map. Screen printed Vikings.
Okay.
2 pads.
What? That's no, hold on. Twice as many. Right? That's
Yeah.
Yes.
no, like
Yes.
instead of 1.
You get 2.
Woo.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I do like these
Yeah.
upgrades here more than just like the cubes. You have the shaped
I do
pieces
too, like
and
the
everything.
@@ symbol there.
Metal coins.
I'm a
Yeah.
sucker for metal coins.
You're a
I
sucker
know.
for a lot of things, I think, is what we've learned
I
today.
really am.
Yeah. Deluxe poker chips gets him every
8-bit
time.
metal coins,
Oh, there you go.
I would buy them all. Those would be called
Yeah.
cubes.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, looks fine.
Yeah.
I'm not like chomping at the bits to try them, but
That guy is, apparently.
Literally.
I'm going to say I'm excited about the roll and write. That one I read a lot about. That one looks good. I'm excited for that one.
You have a type, don't you?
I do.
Roll, right?
I do have a type,
It's like-
and it's a roll, right? And I was like, yes.
That Cthulhu game, you're scrolling down, and all of a sudden you saw a pad, you're like, hold on.
I know.
It's like,
yes,
okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, if you like the artwork of the last two, then get ready for
Blah, blah, blah.
Tabloids.
Yes.
Steve Jackson Games.
Yep.
Hey, get it for 19 bucks. Kind of looks like a 19-buck game.
Correct.
How many pads? 1 or 2?
Do you write as you do it?
So a party game where you get cards with words on them, and they appear to be different words on
Yep.
either side of it, and then you line them up. I think that we pretty much know how to play the game from this picture, right?
Yes. Yes.
I mean, they don't link to the manual, and it upsets me because I want to read the rule book.
Yeah.
And, well,
No, well, here's the rule book right here, right?
Here. Make the headline.
Vote
Vote.
for the best.
Get the scoop.
Most scoops win.
Hey!
I think
There
we
we
know
go.
how to play,
there
right?
we go. We got this.
But okay, here's my problem. I like the idea of this because honestly, looking through this, I was like, this is so stupid. But I'm like, poof, I could make some really fun stuff with these cards too. But then you come into the problem with most of these come into, and that's where everyone has to vote, and you will never really vote on the person. I don't know if this is a voting one. Vote with the person who has the most points or whatever. There's always something put into that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because really, and it ends up you just start to take stuff and start making titles. That's what Joking Hazard, all those start turning into.
Yeah.
Sure.
But this, I mean, I would 1,000% play with these cards.
Oh, sure. Well, you ever
Yeah.
have like those refrigerator magnets
Yes.
that are words? And you come home and you're like, oh, that's the message of the
There
day,
you go.
huh?
Yeah.
They're usually not nice.
No. Oh my goodness. Yeah. No one ever. Yeah. I mean, I know Mike is back in this, so I'll probably play this copy.
That's fair, right?
There you go.
Underground dinosaur cult
Okay.
protests nuclear plant.
There you go.
That's fair.
Sold.
You know what? Be good if you made this tabloid, and then you have to give the movie plot for each one of those and who's in it. That would be all-
okay. There you
yeah.
go. I think that's the type of stuff that just naturally happens when you play these games anyway, right?
Yeah.
It's so true.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look what I would call good, but it does look what I would call fun.
Did you just
Yeah.
air quote good? It's not
Uh-oh.
a
It went off
good
again.
game.
Oh,
Did its
Hold
weird
on.
thing. Hang on.
Hold on.
So,
Oh,
oh!
there we go.
hey.
We're back.
And
Yeah.
we're back. All right. Next
Yeah.
project, another solo-only little historical war game type thing, the battle card system.
Yes. This
Yeah.
one, it's a roll, right?
Yeah, it is a roller. I saw that, but I don't know. Like, I love my history, but I don't know. I saw this one. I was like, maybe.
Well, how surprised are you to find out that we already backed it? Because there's a print and play option.
Oh, really? I had no idea. Okay, well, there we go.
Oh, yeah, Mike already called
There
it.
you
Yeah, is it rolling right? Yeah, this.
Yeah.
So it's not I don't think it's a print and play option. I think it just is, right? I don't think there is a pledge for, that's it. It's
Oh,
a
just play it at home?
Oh.
Oh, sweet. Okay, well, there you go.
£4 pledge. That's it.
Well, good. All right, here we are.
I've also backed this one myself.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, I seldom do, right?
Yeah.
Is it the print and play option that got you?
It's David Thompson, one of the co-designers here. I really like the stuff that he's done. I think that he's done a lot of smart things. So the fact that you can just print this out, and this is one that I will actually print because you don't use the sheet. You don't write on it.
Yes, it's the dice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
I don't know about you. I hate trying to deal with like printer ink and all that stuff. So if I can print a thing once and just
And
be
you're
done
done.
with it,
I agree.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
There is a previous map, a previous game set in this battle card system, Market Garden, so based on one of the World War II battles.
Okay.
And so that one, they actually made like a digital implementation of it. Someone made like a little JavaScript thing that you can play it. So I've messed around with that, and I think it's clever what it does with very few dice and very small little footprint. So yeah, I want to try the other ones.
Well, this said there's a digital. Okay, maybe the digital just meant you download it and
You can
stuff.
just play it on your tablet.
Yeah, see that I kind of like. There was a couple other Crowdsurfings ago. They talked about how there's an app that you can import these print and plays. Yeah, I like that. So
Sure, yeah.
Oh, I like that too, because then you can just take them anywhere. And not have a stack
You
of
can
paper.
also take
Get a
paper
pocket full of
anywhere.
dice.
Yeah. Pocket full of dice and a tablet or a wad of paper.
That's a Rage Against the Machine song right there. Pocket full of dice.
That's it.
Yeah.
Bam! Mythic Mischief, Volume 2. This is I think the biggest project of the week at $640,000. My computer is. Oh, I just made a drop.
Don't say it again. You drop it down below 630.
Mythic Mischief. Oh.
Oh, you did it. You did it.
Yay, good job, good job.
okay.
It just made $300.
Okay. Yay.
Thank you, Ivy Studios.
Yes.
Speaking of thank you, Ivy Studios, we've played this one several times. Tom and Mike went out to the studio there to play play the game a few times.
Yep.
They brought it in here. We did a 4-player 2v2 game, right? So, yeah, they've definitely sponsored some content from us.
Yep.
Have you played this one?
I've
The
not played it.
original?
Have you not played it? We played this with Jacob was over and with who we played it. This is the one we have the librarian that is following you, or they use a different terminology and things, right?
So in the first one, it's the bookkeeper, the librarian.
Yeah.
And you're basically these different fantasy factions trying to shove the other players into the path of the bookkeeper
And get caught.
and get them in trouble. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, no, I haven't played this one. Have you
Okay.
played this?
I have.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I wasn't as enamored with it. I only played it like once, so I needed to dive into it a bit more. And
Let's just sit on that for a little while.
they
Let's.
should Photoshop that.
Yeah.
Make him look silly. They should do something with that photo. Wow.
Oh, I love it. This
Tome Keeper. Yes, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Tome Keeper, you're right.
Okay.
This is one of the puzzliest games ever. This is like a super thematic abstract strategy game. Like, it's so chess-like. I don't love it, personally, but you do have some good management of your stats with your dice and everything here. And I did like playing that 2v2 mode because I had Austin from Ivy Studios as my teammate,
Okay.
and he is smarter than me.
That's what he told me.
Yeah. And so that was nice to have a teammate to work with. I found that I like that actually a little bit more.
I probably like that way too because I am terrible at abstract strategy games when it's just me by myself. If
Okay.
someone's helping me.
Or me on our team. Both equally bad. But
But yeah, like if there's someone else who can like help me through, then I'm fine. But-
here's I think where I hit a wall with this when I first played it. You ever had that thing where like you go down and you think you have water and it ends up being sweet tea, and you like both of those substances, right?
Oh, but you weren't
when
expecting
you
it.
weren't expecting it, and then you're like, oof. So when this came out, I was not expecting it to be this, I guess, puzzly and thinky, because you see minis down there and you're like, this is going to be great. And then afterwards, you're like, there's smoke coming out of your ears and all this. And then I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, I finally get it. And the guy's like, all right, want to play something different? I'm like, I do not. I want to find out what just happened. You know?
Let's go back.
So I want to dive into it a bit deeper.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that, like Mike just said, you know, rewards repeat plays.
Oh,
I
Yes.
think that's
yes.
what it seems like. And
Yeah.
for you to say it's one of the puzzliest games ever hurts my brain right there. Because I mean, you've played some puzzly games.
Sure, yeah. One of the cool things, they also released with this an online way to play it, so you can play as an app,
Oh,
which I
nice.
think I might be more likely to do. And I think they also have like a puzzle book. Like, here's everything set up as a scenario.
Okay.
In 5 moves, can you get the other 3 players trapped?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
And that I think I would enjoy more.
Yeah.
Because I like the puzzle, but then having the other people do that back to me, I'm like, oh man.
That's interesting. That would be a neat thing.
Yeah.
Ooh, they need to take the Photoshop off of that picture of Mike.
Mike,
Yeah, oof.
that's going to be your new profile picture on my phone. Wow.
All right. Different pledge levels for like super deluxe-y and machine printed, painted and stuff. So, all right. I think that is the last of the game projects that we have this week.
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to cut over to Mark Streed really quick with a Kickstarter preview recap
exciting.
from this last week. Let's kick the Mark.
Street.
Hey folks, welcome back to another Dice Tower preview. I'm Mark and I'm here with Alita, and we just have a few games to look at. Actually, we have several, so let's get to it. And first up, we have Gympire. Yes, this is a pretty unique game, actually. You know, you have 3 demands from the king, and you have to meet those demands via your journal or your book, where you secretly pick which action you're going to perform. Now, along the way, you're going to be accumulating gems, building buildings, and doing various tasks in order to achieve those goals. You have to just be the first player to finish 2 of those 3 goals from the king in order to win the game. And next up we have Aberration. Now this is a tower defense and bag builder. Really some interesting things as you mix and match different characters and classes, and you use your bag building to gain even bigger and better abilities as you travel through this game trying to defend everything that's going on from the monsters encroaching from the shadows. And you also have some worker placement thrown in here as well, where you can use villagers to help you along the way. And next up we have Vagrant Song Encore. Now, if you know, this game is a cooperative ghostly adventure, and you have more missions to encounter or things to do, and new cards, all the new abilities of your characters, and so forth with the Vagrants, new hints that you're gonna have to deal with, and just a new story, which is fantastic. And I love that they've added some new bits like terrain and new cards like baggage, all kinds of new things here to check out. And next up we have Storyberg. This is a super cute game, amazing artwork, very family friendly adventure storybook game. Absolutely, you feel like you're part of the storybook. Characters you might recognize like Dorothy and Little Nemo. So you go on this grand adventure, you'll be battling all kinds of baddies, so to say, and just enjoying this storybook adventure, trying to solve what is happening to Storyberg. And next up we have Dragon Eclipse. Now, this game has a skirmish going on where you're trying to capture different types of creatures in order to add them to your stable to help you along the adventure. So as you gather these, you can use them in battle down the road. Now, the storybook or story part of the game is so incredibly fantastic. So much narrative, so much story to draw you in, and also there's secret areas you have to find along the way. Really interesting game. And finally, that brings us to Dark Tomb, Bloodthorn Island. Now, if you don't know Dark Tomb, this is a dungeon crawl in a tiny tin. And the neat thing here is that there's multiple levels you lay out with a mini story. But in this new version, there's all kinds of new gear to find, new monsters to encounter, and you have a boat as you travel down the waterways, trying to get to the island and defeat the boss. And then for my pick of the week, you know, this was an interesting week actually, because this grouping was probably one of my favorites to date. So many just fantastic games in this group. So really hard to choose, but I'm gonna give it up for Dragon Eclipse. Yes, I love the narrative, I love the story, I love the skirmishing that you're doing with the different creatures, and the fact that you're adding them to your stable, which might sound familiar to another type of game, but these are more gritty, more interesting monsters for sure, as you use their powers and so forth to battle across this land and discover what is going on. Alright folks, if any of these games look like they might be of interest to you, please check out our full previews. And if you want your game featured as a Dice Tower preview, please shoot me an email. Alright folks, until next time, we'll see you at the table.
Oh.
I hope that dragon's okay.
Because that dog is about to attack it.
Yep.
That dog was
That
adorable.
dragon was so cute. Oh my goodness.
Oh man. That Vagrant song would be my pick of the week if it were this week. But
Really?
Yeah.
I really like
Spoiler.
that song. You ready to look at some fun, intelligent, and otherwise fantastic extra Kickstarter projects?
Yes.
Yes.
Here we go.
Excited.
Okay.
Oh.
Rise Centered, a natural sunrise alarm clock.
Yeah.
Okay, so this like slowly turns on, like the lights up. Like, did I ever tell you that a friend of mine in college got an octopus for an aquarium? This wraps around. Just saying. So the whole thing is they couldn't turn the light on in the morning or it'll ink itself. So they had to like have a light that slowly came on so it wouldn't like spray ink all over the tank and kill itself. So that reminds me of this. It's like slowly coming up.
So if you don't want to ink yourself and die every morning, you can get
This light will do it for you.
this light.
Yeah.
Reconnect with your circadian rhythm. No thanks.
Yeah, I mean, and then I think it's also like GPS. So like in Alaska, it just stays on for 6 months.
And then it's off for the other 6 months?
It goes off for the other 6 months. I think that's the way it worked. But
no, there's some smartness to
Yeah.
this idea, right? Of like using your cell phone in bed is like super bad for your REM and your sleep cycle.
right.
I do it constantly.
That is true. People
Yeah.
say the best thing to do is put your phone across the room or something.
Right.
Yeah, the light didn't bother me as much as the sound. Did you hear the sound? Like the crickets start getting louder and louder, and then there's like a rooster, and there's like people knocking on your door, and your mom yelling, "Are you not up?
Yeah.
School."
Is this tax evasion?
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know. I mean, I love all the alarm clocks and stuff. Sharper Image usually got some really good ones.
This seems like a Sharper Image thing.
Correct.
It really does.
Do you remember Sky Mall?
Yes! I
Oh.
love that about a plane, and now they don't do those anymore.
Sky Mall had an alarm
man.
clock for people that couldn't get up, and they had this little propeller thing that when your alarm went off, the propeller flew off, and it would not go off until you stood up and went and found that propeller around your room and put it back on there. And the whole idea was, after you find it, you'll be so awake you won't go back to bed.
Sure, yeah.
So yeah, this is a Sky Mall thing. Man, I miss Sky Mall.
I know, me too. That was one of the best things about flying.
I'm gonna Google Sky Mall. The best thing about not getting to your destination
Well,
is the
that,
Sky
but
Mall
like
magazine.
when you're on the flight, you're like, oh, let me just look through here and see what stuff there's
She's like,
here. Yeah.
I'm flying here for the magazine
Yeah.
and the peanuts.
True.
Let me see what people much richer than I are wasting their money
Yeah.
on.
Oh, that is
Let
true.
me see.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, it's like that. What was that? Brookstone. It's like the
Yes. Yeah. Brookstone is the terrestrial-based Sky Mall.
terrestrial. How high did your planes go?
Colorpik Pen. Copy
Yeah.
and draw with 16 million colors.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so how does this work? Walk us through it.
Right. Well, first of all, that once you buy this pen, I don't ever have to buy a pen again. But my problem is I keep losing pens.
Why not lose a $4,000 pen?
Correct.
Is that how much it is?
No, I have no idea.
Yeah. But I was like, I could never lose this pen, but I'm always having to buy a pen because I lose pens. Like, that would be my problem.
This one would be handcuffed to you at all times.
It would have to
like
be. It would
Jason
have to
Statham.
be like, I don't know. I thought I did really good because I kept putting pens in my purses every time I changed my purse, but even now I still lose them. So no, I couldn't trust myself with this.
Can I tell
It'd
you?
be too much.
First off, the technology of this is incredible. Second off,
Yes.
I had to and my wife will vouch this. I had to get paint to match one of my guest rooms. So I had to cut that little square out, right? Take it into Home Depot, say I need to match this. They do the little laser thing. They give me like a little thing, bring it in. If I had this pen,
You
I
wouldn't
could
have
go
had
up to the wall and do this, and then just color it
At the same
everywhere.
time, you're like, don't draw on the walls.
Yes.
It's just,
Unless you're using Colorpik.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. This is an amazing technology. If it works as well as it looks like it does there.
And I think if you were artsy and like to color and draw and all that stuff, this would be something good for you so you could have that creativity or, hey, I like this color over here, I'm going to match it to this thing here. That would help you. But, unfortunately, I'm not very good at that stuff.
Well, that guy could draw.
Well, neither is this person. Look, this is the world's most technologically advanced pen, and they're like, green?
Yeah.
My entire tree is green?
There's a koala. So,
Oh my
yeah.
goodness. It looks like a pearls before swine type thing in that.
That is-
If I walk into your
Yeah.
house and I see you using this on a tomato, I'm judging you.
Yeah.
I mean, you see things like, wow, that's a beautiful color. I'm going to save it for later. I'm just going to put it to him.
Well, you would because the pen would be glued to your hip.
Yeah.
So you don't lose it.
I wonder
So,
if you
yeah.
could save colors.
You can
Yeah.
save, you can, it
Yeah.
digitally will connect, I guess, via Bluetooth or something to that effect, right? Or you can color just terribly. Like, that's not even close to in the lines. Like, look at that. I
There you
hate
go.
it.
No,
Oh,
that
man.
is a pin I would buy that won't allow you to go outside the lines.
Yeah.
It detects the lines, and
Yes.
you can just do this. It's just perfect. Oh.
Yeah, if I'm spending $200 on a pen, I'm not giving it to a kid that age.
Hey,
No.
but go back to that kid right there. She can get any colors in the world. Get any color around you. Her room is all white.
Yeah. Yes.
It's like she's like, this is the worst thing ever.
Oh man, I can see this being a powerful tool in the hands of like 4 people on this planet, Andrew Bosley being one of them.
Right.
Yes. Yes.
He's like,
I hope he's backing this project right now.
Everdell 2 was made with this pen. And then,
Yes. Yes.
that would be great.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh! And you know the worst part about this is like, just make a printer that works without like rumbling and tumbling and stuff around for like 10 minutes. If you can make this pen, you can just make an at-home printer that like is like print this image, and it's like okay, well, here it is.
This is like one of those guys had a pen, that big barrel one that had like the 10 different things you push down.
Yeah.
He's like, wait, what if? I don't know. This is fascinating. I'd play with it.
I would play with it too, and
Yeah.
then the person would be like, "Stop playing with my $200 pen."
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Put down the pen.
Minimis. No, it's called Minimis. The world's first standalone sunglasses. Standalone sunglasses is an odd sentence with stats and maps.
Standalone. So you don't have to plug them in when you're running with your laptop?
Yeah.
Is that what most of these do?
You don't need the base game to buy these sunglasses.
Okay, good. Noted. Yeah.
So they are sunglasses. It's Google Glass 2.0, right?
Yeah.
No, nothing's Google Glass. That's disappointing.
I know.
That-
I wish that worked.
That was one of those things
Yeah.
that life gives you something. They're like, this is going to be great. And then we're like, yeah, we're taking it back.
Yes.
It's like next year, you don't deserve ChatGPT. And they just take it away. It's like,
You don't deserve this pen. You only get one with 15 million colors.
I know.
So this is the sunglasses.
Where's
and
this person running?
And it shows just off that cliff.
Yeah. No,
No.
but thankful for the glasses, they're not running off the cliff, right? Is
Yeah.
that what's happening? Like the glasses are stopping them from.
Oh, the best
Yeah.
part is if the glasses had a delay. You're like, I want to run up to the edge.
Yes.
It's like a 2-second. Yeah, I
Oh,
don't know.
my.
Man. I mean, they are just normal. Like, you can see through them, I
Yeah.
assume, right?
Yeah, that's true.
But, I
That
mean,
ruined my joke.
I want to ruin everything.
Google Glass wasn't even Google Glass. That is
Yeah.
what I heard. I mean, I even went on eBay to see if I could buy old ones. Like when
Really?
people were using it anymore, I'm like, I'll buy your old Google Glass.
You went down a rabbit hole.
I did.
Wow.
I did. Don't check our bank account.
And I like to demonstrate
Yeah.
the power of these glasses. This lady rips her cell phone off her arm and just throws it off the cliff.
Yes.
I guess I won't be needing this anymore.
I guess yeah.
What
Doesn't
is-
she want to listen to like music or something? Like a podcast? Did these
that's-
glasses do that as well? Like
Keep your hands
Yeah.
free. But what were their hands free anyway? It was like one of those bicep things anyway.
yeah.
Yeah. Her hands were pretty free.
They were. They're not. Whoa, is he chasing her? This is a movie. Keep watching. This is
No,
going to get
because
incredible.
they're running. Look, they're heading towards each other.
Oh, it's going to
One's
be.
going one way, one's
just
going the
put
other
a big
way.
explosion in the middle.
See, one person was wearing Google Glass, and one person was wearing like modern technology, and they just smashed into each other. They're like, ah!
Yeah. Oh, there are options?
No, this is comparing against the other competition.
There's other competition?
No, there's no other standalone sunglasses in the world.
That's true. Move over, Ray-Ban.
Yeah, $10 at Michael's.
Oh, is it
No,
$700?
Marshall's.
Oh, is that the early bird?
That's the launch special. Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
That's the super early bird
Okay.
or the 2-pack. You have to buy them either early bird or 2 of them.
Well,
Sorry.
yeah, I mean-
you have no other options.
What, are your other eyes going to just get blinded then? If you only have one? Like,
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. Last project.
do I do this in contacts?
True fan.
This may be the most wonderful thing I've ever seen in my life. It's like I want to feel like I'm sitting next to my grandmother at a camp meeting. You know, look at this. I mean,
Yep.
the upgrade is just that blade is replaced with an accordion fold paper. You know?
That's it.
I mean, he doesn't even have a real one made. This is Microsoft Paint. And
Oh my gosh, he's showing the mechanism of it back
don't
there.
give away your secrets.
Yeah. That's
This-
his downfall.
Now we all know.
That's it.
Oh,
yeah.
I want somebody to give $1 more to this. It has to be to 3. This is 2 people thought, you know what? I just want access as pledge manager just in case this takes off. That's
Yeah.
I love this breakdown of the technology.
got it. Okay.
Yep.
Pole, base.
Yep.
Like,
Hold
we
on.
know how fans work.
Yes.
And then one fan that doesn't need a guard. You know, it's
Yeah,
like don't
true.
stick your fingers in this.
Oh, well, no, that's to protect the fan.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, this claims that, unlike stupid spinning fans that only work when the air's already cold, this one fixes that.
Okay.
It has wide coverage with its oscillating feature. Other fans don't have that.
Oh, it oscillates too?
Wow.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
it does this and also this? Do you guys feel that?
Yeah.
Do you guys feel, I'm going too fast. I'm like,
You doing this is my favorite thing ever.
this is, I feel like I'm one of those guys that stands outside of a car dealerships.
Oh, yeah, spinning
Yeah.
their signs and stuff, doing their dances.
Yeah, I mean, this would be great.
Oh, this could also be used for drawing purposes. That's good.
For drawing?
Drying purposes.
Oh, I thought you'd take the pen and get the color of it. I'm gonna combine everything.
Drawing, yeah.
I would. Oh, it comes in this option?
Wow.
Oh, my goodness. But it's not outlining what the different aspects of it are.
Oh, it's
How
a high
can I even
velocity.
trust
Go watch the high velocity. It's gonna be. Oh, it's gonna take too long. Slow it down.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I just show up on Doppler. Okay, we better. All right. That's high
If it goes any faster, it's going to wrench her on the Richter scale.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah, I think it will be quiet. I bet there's no mechanic. It's just the wind will blow it back and forth. I think that's how it works.
Oh, whoa. There's 3 pledge levels. $1, or like,
Okay.
any
That one's a popular one.
A personalized thank you note. There's
Okay.
25 left
For
Okay.
$50?
for $50, and a shout out on social media.
Do any of these get you a fan? That's
Nope.
No.
Shout out on social media. That's the best I can do.
Yep, that's all you get. Oh. Wow.
okay.
Oh, my goodness.
Those were glorious.
That was fun.
All right.
I think I'm going to get you the pen for your birthday, though.
What's that? The fan?
The pen.
The pen? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I want the pen.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't need
All
it
right.
now. I got the paint.
Who wants to do the pick of the week first?
All right.
Joe, you're struggling, huh?
I am struggling. You guys go first.
I can go. Do you want me to go?
I want you to go.
I'm going to do Clans of Midgard.
Look
Okay.
at-
The roll and write.
Yeah.
Yes. I know it's one of the games. There's 2 games is one of the games, but that's my pick right there.
Here's how secretive she was with this during the while you're watching the other clip. She's like, "Hey, Chris. So if there's 2 in one project, do I have to say which one I want?" And Chris is like, "I wonder which one you're choosing." It's kind
I
of like
just wanted to make
it's
sure
like
it
I
was
like
okay.
this movie that people die hard in. I don't know what it is. Tell you what it's
I
called.
was also going to pick, and I was very interested in the potions one.
The Potions of Azerland. That was like
Yeah.
your secondary.
That was my
follow-up.
second one, and I did go between the 2, but I just love roll and write so much that this one got me. So, but potions definitely is there too. Potions
Yeah.
of Azerland.
Very cool.
Azerland? There we go.
Potions of Azerland. Yeah.
Azerland. There we go.
You want me to go next,
Oh.
Joey? Or are you going to brave it?
I'm going to brave it. You know, there's several good ones in here. There's several, including this one, and then the potions one, the 18,
The 18XX one?
yeah, and then, okay, the one I'm going to go with though, I think Mythic Mischief. It's weird because I want to try it again, and then you telling me that there's this kind of beat your own score or try to figure that out.
Mythic Mischief.
That itself, maybe. I mean, the fact that it's.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I want to give it another try, knowing what it is going in. The puzzle aspect of it, play small. I'm interested in trying this. So this surprised me on my pick of the week. I think it looks really good.
It is definitely such a well-made game. That
Nice.
doesn't speak to my taste in gaming, but
Right.
yeah, you can tell it's well done.
Yep, you enjoy it. Okay.
All right, very cool. Mike Delicio, I spoke with him, and he wanted to give the shout out to Unreliable Wizard.
Nice.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah. This is
Okay.
no, he tremendously likes this one, and his his enjoyment of it is infectious to me.
Yeah.
Like, I want to try it because of how much he's enjoyed it. I like the little solo adventuring and stuff as well. I'm kind of speaking for Mike here.
I do that a lot.
Mike says, Mike's pick of the week, Unreliable Wizard. But I'm also backing Mythic Mischief Volume 2.
Hey, there you go.
All right.
The fact that Mike liked this, I'm like, okay, good, because
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for a 0.5 bit.
And then for me, my pick of the week is going to be, am I on here? Bam.
This was another
Yeah.
one I thought, this was a beautiful game. Yeah.
I'm glad you're picking this one. I do want to try this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm very interested. I like the, it's not Industrial Revolution, but it's kind of, I mean, it's 81, right? So India at this point is kind of rebuilding and modernizing. So it's not Industrial Revolution 1800s, but I'm sure for India, this is a huge developmental period.
Yeah.
Yep.
I really enjoy, I enjoy the theme. I like the designer has done some games that I've been interested in, and I like just seeing kind of this more worldwide accessibility
Yeah.
for games like this. This sounds really cool with the multiple auctions, and so this is one that I definitely want to try. Of all of them, this is the one I'm kind of looking forward to, saying like, sweet, I'm excited for when this comes through.
Yeah, this one will be good. Yeah.
It's a theme I don't really know much about, which I think interests me even more.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
know, so I think that's another reason I'd like
Yeah.
to try this one. And the artwork is, of course, gorgeous, and just the
Yeah.
layout.
It
A lot of
looks
time
good.
went into this, design-wise.
Oh, for sure. You
agree.
could tell.
Yeah.
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 It's what a passion project should be.
All right.
Or
so
a
there
fan.
you go. Or a fan. Yeah. I mean, really.
Yes.
Should we spend more time talking about the fan?
We should.
Yes.
And the pen.
By the time we spent an hour talking about it, it would have went up and down 6 times.
And oscillated too, right? What
Yeah.
were you doing before? Yeah, you got this little thing happening.
That's what it is.
All right, folks.
Yeah.
Well, that is crowdsurfing for this week.
Yes.
Once again, thanks to our sponsor, BackerKit. And so make sure you go check out that project there at the beginning. And then also tomorrow, we're going to be back live with Board Game Smorgasbord
Smorgasbord.
in the morning.
Smorgasbord.
And then the top 10 list, top 10 Halloween games.
I'm excited.
Halloween, it's coming!
Keep looking out for the live plays, the Ring Tournament final games for the World Series of Board Gaming going
Yes.
on right now.
Live on the channel.
Lots of different commentators, guests on the channel coming on. We've had Our Family Plays Games and Man vs. Meeple, Shelfside Game. We've had lots of different people on there, as well as Mike and not Mike, Tom, that nerd, Z and Milla and them over at World Series of Board Gaming. So go check that out. And until next time, my name's Chris Yee.
I'm Joey Evans.
And I'm Alex Evans.
Have fun oscillating.
I'm going to buy 2 fans.